Have you ever felt like your body was trying to tell you something, but you just couldn't figure out what? Maybe your eyelid won't stop twitching. Maybe you wake up in the middle of the night with a painful cramp in your calf. Maybe you're exhausted, even after getting what should have been a full night's sleep. Or maybe you've noticed tingling in your hands or feet that seems to come and go. At first, none of these symptoms seem connected. You blame stress, getting older, not sleeping well, working too much. Maybe you even convince yourself it's just one of those things. But what if they weren't separate problems at all? What if they were different ways your body was trying to get your attention? Today, we're going to talk about 5 warning signs that can sometimes be associated with low magnesium. Now, I want to be very clear. Experiencing one or even several of these symptoms does not automatically mean you have a magnesium deficiency. Many of these symptoms have multiple possible causes, and some can even be signs of more serious medical conditions. The goal of this video isn't to help you diagnose yourself. It's to help you recognize patterns, so you know when it's worth having a conversation with your healthcare provider. And make sure you stay until the 5th sign. It's one of the most commonly overlooked symptoms, and it's also the one that should never simply be brushed aside. Interrupt your own pattern by asking yourself the following question: how many of these signs have you experienced? Before we continue, if you enjoy learning how everyday symptoms can sometimes provide clues about your health, I'd love to invite you to subscribe. Every week, we explore common signs your body may be giving you, using evidence-based information to help you better understand what's happening inside your body, because sometimes the earlier you notice a pattern, the sooner you can do something about it. Now let's start with one of the most common and most painful signs. Sign number 1, muscle cramps. Have you ever been sound asleep when suddenly your calf completely locks up? Boom, you're instantly awake. The muscle feels like it's twisted itself into a tight knot. You point your toes, then you pull your foot back toward you. Maybe you jump out of bed because you're trying anything to make it stop. Some people massage the muscle. Some people pace around the room. I even know people who instinctively start punching the muscle because they're trying anything to make it release. If you've ever had one of these cramps, you know there's only one thing on your mind: make it stop. Nighttime leg cramps can happen for many different reasons: dehydration, overexercising, pregnancy, certain medications, nerve conditions, problems with circulation, and yes, low magnesium is another possible contributor. Magnesium plays an important role in helping muscles contract and relax normally. When magnesium levels are too low, normal muscle function may be affected, which is one reason researchers have explored whether magnesium deficiency could contribute to muscle cramps in some people. The evidence is mixed, though, and magnesium isn't the answer for every cramp. So if this happens to you occasionally after a long hike or an intense workout, that's probably a very different situation than someone who's experiencing frequent cramps alongside several of the other symptoms we're about to discuss. That's why it's important to look at the bigger picture, not just one symptom by itself, because the next sign is one that many people notice, but almost everyone ignores. Question to interrupt your pattern: have you ever had one of these cramps? Sign number 2, eye twitching. It usually starts out small, just a tiny flutter underneath one eye. At first, you barely notice it. Then it happens again and again. Before long, you find yourself checking the mirror and wondering if anyone else can see it. The funny thing is, most of the time they can't, but you can definitely feel it. Eye twitching is incredibly common, and in many cases it's completely harmless. Fatigue, stress, too much caffeine, eye strain, even dry eyes can all trigger these little muscle contractions. Low magnesium has also been suggested as one possible contributing factor because magnesium helps support normal muscle and nerve function. But here's what's interesting. Most people focus only on the twitch. They never stop to ask whether it's showing up alongside other symptoms. Because if your eye is twitching, you're also dealing with frequent muscle cramps, and you've been feeling unusually tired lately, your body might be giving you more than one clue. And that's exactly why the next sign is so important, because unlike a cramp or an eye twitch, this one can quietly affect almost every part of your day without you even realizing it. Sign number 3, fatigue. Have you ever woken up after what should have been a full night's sleep, only to feel like you never really recharged? You get out of bed, you have your coffee, maybe it helps for a little while, but by the afternoon, your energy crashes. You tell yourself you just need more motivation, more discipline. Maybe you're just getting older. But what if that's not the whole story? Fatigue is one of the most common health complaints in the world. It can be caused by poor sleep, stress, depression, thyroid disorders, iron deficiency, sleep apnea, chronic illness, and dozens of other medical conditions. So, no, feeling tired doesn't automatically mean you're low in magnesium, but magnesium is involved in hundreds of biochemical reactions throughout your body, including energy production, normal muscle function, and nerve function. If your magnesium levels are low, fatigue can be one possible symptom. The key word is can. That's why I never want you to hear one symptom and immediately jump to one conclusion. Instead, look for patterns. Maybe you've been unusually tired, you're waking up with muscle cramps, and your eye keeps twitching every few days. Now you're starting to build a bigger picture, not a diagnosis, just a pattern worth paying attention to. Because the next sign often surprises people. Most people don't think of it as having anything to do with magnesium, yet it involves one of the most important systems in your entire body. Question to interrupt pattern. How many of these signs are you noticing? 1, 2, or 3, or more? Sign number 4, tingling or numbness. Have you ever had your hand suddenly feel almost like it fell asleep, even though you weren't lying on it? Or maybe you've noticed pins and needles in your feet that seem to come and go. Sometimes it lasts only a few seconds. Sometimes it sticks around longer. Our nerves rely on a delicate balance of minerals to function normally. Magnesium is one of them. When magnesium levels become significantly low, nerve function can be affected, which may contribute to sensations like tingling or numbness. But here's where I want to slow down for a second. Because this symptom is different, persistent numbness or tingling should never simply be dismissed as probably magnesium. It can also be caused by vitamin B12 deficiency, diabetes, pinched nerves, circulation problems, multiple sclerosis, autoimmune diseases, or many other neurological conditions. If you're experiencing new, persistent, or worsening numbness or tingling, it's important to have it evaluated by a healthcare professional rather than assuming you know the cause. That's one of the reasons I always encourage people to listen to their bodies, not because every symptom points to the same answer, but because every persistent symptom deserves your attention. And before we get to the final sign, I want you to think back to everything we've talked about so far. On their own, each one can have dozens of explanations. But when several of them begin showing up together, your body may be giving you a clue that's worth exploring. And that brings us to the 5th and final sign. It's one that understandably gets people's attention, but it's also the one where it's most important not to jump to conclusions. Because while magnesium can play a role, there are many other potential causes that should never be ignored. Sign number 5, heart palpitations. Have you ever been sitting quietly when suddenly it feels like your heart skipped a beat? Or maybe it starts racing for no obvious reason. It catches your attention immediately, and understandably so. Our hearts beat more than 100,000 times every single day. Most of the time, we don't even notice. But the moment something feels different, it's hard to think about anything else. Heart palpitations can feel like your heart is racing, fluttering, pounding, or briefly skipping a beat. Sometimes they're completely harmless. Sometimes they're triggered by stress, too much caffeine, alcohol, poor sleep, certain medications, hormonal changes, or intense exercise. Magnesium also plays an important role in normal muscle and nerve function, including the muscles involved in maintaining a normal heart rhythm. When magnesium levels become significantly low, it may contribute to certain heart rhythm disturbances in some people. But this is where I want to be especially careful. Please don't hear this video and assume every heart palpitation is caused by magnesium. Far from it. Some heart rhythm problems require prompt medical attention. If you're experiencing new, persistent, severe, or worsening palpitations, especially if they're accompanied by chest pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, or fainting, don't wait. Seek medical care immediately. The goal isn't to scare you. The goal is to remind you that your body deserves to be listened to. Sometimes the answer is simple, sometimes it isn't. Either way, ignoring symptoms rarely gives us more information. Paying attention does. Question to interrupt pattern. How many of these 5 signs have you experienced? Let me know in the comments. I genuinely love to hear your experience. Let's quickly go over the 5 warning signs we've covered today. 1. Muscle cramps. 2. Eye twitching. 3. Fatigue. 4. Tingling or numbness. 5. Heart palpitations. Remember, none of these symptoms automatically mean you have a magnesium deficiency. Each one has many possible causes. One of the biggest mistakes we can make is trying to diagnose ourselves based on a single symptom. Instead, look for patterns, pay attention to changes, and if something doesn't feel right, don't ignore it. Have a conversation with your healthcare provider, because listening to your body doesn't mean assuming the worst. It means giving your symptoms the attention they deserve. After all, symptoms are messages, not conclusions. And sometimes several messages together tell a story that's worth listening to. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. It helps YouTube share videos like this with more people like you, who may be looking for answers too. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love to have you join us. Every week we explore the signs your body may be giving you and what they could mean based on the best evidence we have today. Because the more you understand your body, the better equipped you are to take care of it. And remember, your body is constantly communicating with you. The question is, are you listening? Listen to your body. Your future self will thank you.